Hey guys, this is Kon-el, and today I'm doing a topic video on the 5 worst New 52 titles. Now I know I've been doing a lot of New 52 topic videos, one because New 52 is over, so you want to kind of give a wrap up of that, and also you guys have been recommending a lot of New 52 titles and New 52 topic videos, so that's why I've been doing it. But talking about recommendations, if you guys have any recommendations for future topic videos, please let me know in the comments below. If I answer them, that means that a couple of weeks will either be on Comic Uno or Comic Frontline. Because I double dose my topic videos, usually for Comic Frontline. I have them every Sunday, so recommend. And for Comic Uno, I have them every Friday, even though today's Wednesday, but I had to do my comic reviews early. So, but usually it's every Friday. So recommend away. But the person who recommended this one was Lenz, so you could go check out his channel in the description. But let's talk about it. First, I want to give some honorable mentions. I usually don't do this with my top 5, but I thought with this one, it deserved it. In a horrible way, but yes, the worst comics of New 52, they deserve it. So, honorable mentions. We have Green Arrow. The reason this is an honorable mention and didn't make the list for top 5 is because, yeah, the whole book wasn't great, but a lot of people like the Lemire run. I personally didn't like it that much. I thought it was a little bit too dark for me. The current run's okay, but the one I loved was the one from the Arrow writers, but only lasted like 4 to 5 issues. So that was disappointing. So yeah, that's why it's an honorable mention. Next is Supergirl. This is a series I couldn't even stick with for the whole time. It just wasn't Supergirl. She was a bit too mean, and it just didn't have the essence of who Supergirl was. I think the TV show does, and so far it does, but this comic just wasn't Supergirl. It wasn't Kara for me. But that was an honorable mention. But the artwork was pretty good, so that's why it didn't make top 5. And then lastly is Green Lantern New Guardians. Not Green Lantern, because pretty much a lot of the first 20 issues is really good. I just don't really like Vendetti's run. But yeah, New Guardians, it's canceled now, so that tells you something. But even when Carol was in it, I really like Carol Ferris as a hero and as a Star Sapphire. I think that's a really interesting thing for a character. But here, it just didn't work. The team up with Kyle and Carol, I didn't think they had great chemistry, and the actual adventures they went on were kind of boring, and the artwork wasn't that great, and that was the later portion where I thought was better. The other portion, I couldn't even read all of it, and that was before Kyle was a White Lantern. I just wasn't feeling this series at all. But that was an honorable mention. So let's get into the top 5, which are the ones that actually made the list. Number 5 is Superboy. This is a series I tried jumping on a lot because I really like Connor. I like him as a hero, but not so much in the New 52. They kind of screwed him over a lot. He was very angry all the time, and yes, that's how Connor starts out, but he becomes more of a likable character, and you didn't really see that shine. And a lot of the adventures weren't that interesting. The artwork was very abstract. I thought it was a bit messy. So yeah, this ended up ending, I think, on the note that Kon-el was the new Connor. I gave up at certain points, I can't tell you, but just wasn't feeling this series. Number 4 is a book I read a lot of the issues of, but not all of them, and that was Multiversity. Now, I feel like this is going to be the most controversial one on the list, because I know a lot of people like Multiversity, but I just wasn't feeling it. I didn't like that it was how meta it was. It was very meta, of oh, we're reading a comic that is actually another universe. I wasn't feeling the universe that much, or the universes that they came up with. The Shazam one was okay, but I didn't really like any of the other ones, so Multiversity. Moving on to number 3, which is a weekly series, and that is Future's End. Future's End was way too long. It honestly didn't matter by the end, and you shouldn't waste your money on it. Unless you like Batman Beyond, which if you do, you'll probably be upset too. But the story kind of continues in Batman Beyond, but really doesn't. I mean, the only thing you got is that Tim Drake ends up becoming Batman Beyond. It just didn't work. You didn't need 50, how much was it, 40-something issues to tell that story. And the interesting parts were never continued. I liked Lana, I liked her story. I liked Tim's girlfriend, Madison. They just did not do anything with that story after, so the actual interesting stories were never really continued. So Future's End was a waste of money, and I bought every issue. another waste of money, another weekly series, and that was Earth 2 World's End. This was shorter than God. I think it was about like 20-something issues, but damn, this actually made me not like Earth 2 at all. I loved Earth 2, and if you go to my canceled series, Earth 2 is on there. My favorite canceled series was Earth 2. And it's so weird how this series has so many amazing parts, so many bad parts, and the bad parts are all in World's End. Another one that just went on and on and on. It did not have to be a weekly series. It could have been 5 issues to tell that story of, oh no, the world ends. It's in the title, for God's sake. It's in the title. So you can skip Earth 2 World's End and just read Earth 2 Society, which is not that great so far either, but I'm continuing to see what happens with Lois, because I really like that Lois is Red Tornado. And if that's not good, then I will be dropping that. But yeah, Earth 2 went down the drain with that. But last but not least, number 1 is Teen Titans. Man, I've tried this series, I think, about 5 times. I picked it up, I've dropped it. I picked it up, I've dropped it. And we're talking about both series. Now, my biggest problem with Teen Titans is, well, my biggest problem is that I love the Teen Titans so much. I'm a huge Teen Titans fan. I love the pre-New 52 Teen Titans, especially Cassie and the second generation Teen Titans I'm a big fan of. So to see these characters totally out of character kind of annoys me. And I'm not going to give the same argument of like, oh no, they changed my characters. Oh no, I'm not going to be a fangirl in that way and say that, but because I've heard that argument a million times. But if you want to change character, go for it. But make it interesting. And they just have not. They do not act as a team at all. They fight for 40 issues. That's it. They've never really made a connection with each other that they're friends. And that's what annoys me. Again, change the origins of people, fine. Cassie is not the daughter of Zeus, cool. That's okay. But do you have to make her so mean-spirited? It's just the connection of the team is what annoys me, not the differences of what the series was. Of course I want to see those characters, but I'm okay with change. It's just the way this series is executed. I've dropped it again, and maybe I'll pick it up again, just because I love the Teen Titans so much, and I'm like hoping that'll become good, and it just has not at this point. I could talk about this all day, but yeah, so Teen Titans is number 1. I'm not feeling it, like, ever. And I tried many times, so you can't say I haven't, but I've just been very disappointed with this series. But let me know in the comments below what you think. What are your top 5 worst New 52 titles? Let me know. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below. Don't forget to like my... I said that. Don't forget to check out Like Father, Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.